Hi guys, sorry for the late video this week, but this week we're talking about birth control and reproductive rights. I want to put forward the idea that birth control should not just be a women's issue, not just because it's not just women who have uteruses and can get pregnant, but just because it's not just people who can get pregnant who should be responsible for birth control. This may be the only time I ever say something like this in feminist conversation, but what about the men? Men and anyone with a penis should also have reproductive responsibility. Whereas people with uteruses will take the pill, get IUDs fitted, get implants, get contraceptive injections, etc., etc., etc. People with penises kind of get like the option of a condom or getting your tubes snipped, and it's a bit limited, it's very limited, and it kind of leaves all reproductive responsibility with people with the uteruses. And I don't think that's really fair. There are more options because whilst you've got like the condom or a vasectomy, they aren't like, the condom has many problems and a vasectomy is hardly reversible. There are more options that we don't get to hear about so much, which one of them being reversible inhibition of sperm under guidance, which just involves, there's this gel that's injected into the vas deferens, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, which is like a little tube inside the penis, and that gel sort of coats the inside of the tube and kills the sperm as it goes through it, and it's also reversible with another injection, which, sorry, you can see my poor science knowledge here, but that sounds a bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. So I can kind of understand why it's not the most sort of popular procedure in the world. However, people should at least know it's an option. It should be out there more. And the other option that seems like it will never see the light of day is the sort of the male pill, a hormonal tablet, which is very similar to the kind of pill that for people with uteruses. This pill has been created and tested repeatedly with really positive results, but it's never come on the market, and I'm trying to figure out why, really, because it's got less side effects than the pill for people with uteruses, and it can be more effective in preventing unwanted pregnancies than the current pill or condoms. It has been found to be 100% effective in preliminary clinical trials, so why isn't it in production? Massive pharmaceutical companies that were developing and researching it all just suddenly dropped it, claiming that it's too inconvenient to have the side effect of a little bit of weight gain, and the fact that people would have to take one every day. Yeah, and apparently there wasn't a big enough market, despite their own market research saying that there was a considerable amount of interest from males in having other contraceptive options. And I've also heard the argument that some women wouldn't trust men to take it. Now, this idea is full of issues. If you're in a relationship and you can't trust your partner, then you've got more issues than contraception for a start. But if you don't trust them just because you're worried they'll forget, then just remind them. And if it's just casual sex, then you should be using a condom anyway because of STDs. And I think just this whole idea in general is just patriarchy hurting everyone again, because it's reinforcing the idea that men are all, lovable, forgetful bozos that need looking after, and women are all efficient domestic goddesses who can do everything ever and never forget things. If anyone has any actual, real reasons why this pill hasn't come out yet, then let me know, because it's just irritating me, frankly. Otherwise, it's just, it's just another pointless inequality that reinforces gender norms and suppresses women and people with uteruses through the burden of responsibility, which is just not cool. Alright, so let me know in comments or anything, and I look forward to hearing from you all.